So this art project that I'm calling A Woman's Worth is presenting challenges that I had not anticipated. Um, the navigating the inattention span while trying to get attention, to gain attention for this project is a challenge I had not anticipated. And don't know how to navigate through because short form and I with 30 seconds, absolutely not. Less than 3 minutes, can't do. But the emotional challenge of this for me has been an unexpected visitor. And there was an incident that happened many years ago when I was working for a probation department in Denver. And it has come to the fore, and this is not what I was going to make a video about. I was going to talk about what has come since then. However, I can't unlink the two. So, part of my job back in the day, was program development for juveniles within the city and county of Denver who encountered the criminal justice system. And a colleague of mine, someone I called a friend, who happened to be male and a sheriff's deputy, said, "Lankard, we've got space for that here in the courthouse." And I was like, "No, we don't." Well, sure as shit we did, and that's the guise he used to get me into a vacant room at the courthouse of the city and county of Denver. And he, in his uniform of law and order, shoved me in my uniform of courthouse respectability. Heels, hose, blouse, hair done just so, of course. He pushed me up against a wall and began fondling me and kissing me, and it was not welcome. And I made it clear it was not welcome. And I fled. I fled to another friend who also happened to be a deputy. And when I spoke truth, I instantly had an ally. I instantly had an ally, and I instantly had somebody who grabbed me by the hand and said, "We're fixing this right now." And he did. And working within the physical structures and systemic structures of the courthouse. I received the justice I needed. And I hadn't thought about that in, let's call it 20 years, 15 maybe. No, it was 2003, I think. And it is somehow tied to what I was writing before this crossed my mind. So most of you who are encountering this video do not know that between then, when I worked in the courthouse and within criminal justice, and all of our law and order systems. Between then and now, I have spent 8.5 years with a singular, mission-driven, God-led focus on missing and murdered Indigenous women. And that began in the autumn of 2017. And I did not realize that I was going to be unearthing more than one kind of shame today. Here's what I wrote. In the fall of 2017, I was at I'm going to leave it as an unnamed resort casino right now. That seems wise. Looking for a Dene woman I was certain would come waltzing across my path. What I saw instead, hours before the sun would turn the desert into a broiler, was a teenager in a floor-length sequined gown. Spaghetti strap aloft on one side and drooped on the other, slouched in the same way she was while trying to keep up with the much older, not her father man at 5:30 a.m. Her mascara and hair mimicked the droop as he pulled her behind him. She was all dressed up as an adult in the sequins and stilettos. Perhaps it was for the not her father and other men in the all-night poker game to believe there was some semblance of not child that had been bought for the night. Maybe she dressed herself, using a model from a movie that showed glamorous, truly long-lasting all-night mascara on a lovely woman. Maybe someone else told her what to wear to full casino staff and on-floor cops who embraced and joked with pimps on the floor. The dress and shoes, the makeup stood up to non-existent scrutiny throughout the night because clothing is part of the illusion. The illusion of not forced, the illusion of not molestation. Glamour, not pedophilia. I didn't get past that second paragraph without crying. Because though it was before the hotel's coffee shop opened, because I hadn't slept all night, because I didn't truly know what the hell I was into, because, and in addition to seeing through the illusion, I didn't do anything. In what I wrote, I described this girl as a teenager. And by teenager, I'm guessing 13 or 14. Guessing that because of her height, even without the shoes. Her breast size. Her build. The way that she could walk with some sort of defiance while being dragged along by an older gentleman while wearing this sequined gown and those stilettos. I didn't do anything even though I knew it was happening. Or what had happened. I sat. I sat at this casino the night before as well, and I watched those on-floor cops, not hotel security, uniformed police officers, buddying with pimps. I watched prostitutes be watched by their minders. I watched not so much the transactions themselves, but the relationships between transactions of sex for money. Knew who had the power in what I was observing. And thought at the time that the young woman that I was there in the desert to take home was caught up in the whole thing. Part of this A Woman's Worth art project is the focus on the use of clothing as the mechanism for judgment around inappropriate and violent behavior on the part of men, and how women play a specific role in that. The role I played in the autumn of 2017, in this instance at the casino, was not judging this girl as whore. It was the awareness that she had been whored out and had been dressed up to look a particular way to mask it. And I saw beneath the mask and I didn't do anything. And I did not think much about this then. There were so many things moving. It felt like nearly every breath, never mind every sunrise, brought something that blew my mind just a little bit bigger and walked me into deeper and deeper danger. But today, what ran through me, like metal straight from an anvil, was shame. And I don't know why I'm sharing it now, except to say that young girl I saw, young woman, has been carrying that shame, if not more, since then as well. And it's not hers to carry. And for those of you who share your stories, it's not yours either anymore. I'm so sorry. And I love you. That is all.